Hey y'all, it's finally day 10 of Makeup for Change. I've been away, I know. But while I've been away, I decided to try and make something. I am hoping that this will work as a foundation. I've put a ton of stuff in here, like pigment from... I didn't want to use pigment from my old highlighter and bronzer, but I did. Just to be certain, because it said to use cocoa, and I was using that, but then I realized, I don't think that's gonna do it. I don't think that that's gonna, do everything it needs to for my skin. So I started, I added something from these two guys, and they are in quite a state now. But I'm hoping that this will do as foundation. And, well, I have recently learned the phrase, not to prime is a crime. So, I will first prime. Well, no, first I am going to get my flippin' mirror for more light, because, well, yeah. And there's less light that I'm using today because it's hot. But yeah, there's that. Height would probably help me too. And a handy dandy headband. That would probably be great. Starting unprepared, oh my god. Wouldn't be a video from me if I didn't start a little bit unprepared. No perfection here, folks. I have learned that there are no makeup rules as long as you go with it, as long as you own it. You can't have enough sparkle. And like Nikki Tutorials says, not to prime is a crime. So, we are going to avoid crime today. I am really gonna put plenty of this on because, well, it is my Stay Cool primer stick, and Auntie Fairy's hot. Auntie Fairy's very, very hot. It is above, I think it's supposed to go over 85 today. So, and that's freedom units. But yeah, it is already, like, pretty ick right about now. And we're supposed to get a thunderstorm this afternoon, but I've heard that type of thing before, and AccuWeather has failed me. How dare! But yeah. Oh yeah. I am prepping every last bit of my skin, even my lips. Which that doesn't feel any different than regular lip balm. Okay, so gonna let that sit and just be itself for a couple of minutes. Oh. I've got under the bed drawers. I think I just knocked into one, that's all. Oh my god, it's hot! As soon as I stop this, I'm going to be sweating to death, because that is what always happens. But here is part of how I change that. I am going to go much lighter on this to set, but to prime, I may be overcompensating for not doing this until now. But who cares? Besides, this feels very nice right now. It feels so nice. I wish I didn't have to stop. But I will have to eventually. It must be done at some point, and I don't want it to, but it's gonna happen. Ugh. I suppose I will dab a little bit at this, just to make sure that my makeup's going on to a dry finish, because it's still a bit much on my lids and cheeks and stuff. Probably too much down here too. I am just seriously praying that I was able to actually create a foundation from almost nothing. Well, items I had on hand. That's not nothing. But you get what I mean, yes? Okay. Moment of truth is what we're gonna have here. Now, I'm not exactly certain what I should be putting this on with. So, I have this, but I'm not sure that I should use a brush with it since it's a liquid. I'm gonna use a sponge. I mean, that's what they used to use back in the day. I should know, I used makeup in the 90s. I'm just realizing how many of you probably may not even have been there in the 90s. But anyway. So wait, before I take too much, here's how she looks. I'm praying. And here is what I already have on the sponge. We're just gonna keep calling it that. Huh. I'm hoping that... Ooh, hello. Hello. I think she's disappearing. Right into my skin. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh. It's a bit more of a sheer coverage than I was hoping for, but I can work with her. I can absolutely work with her. I've done it. I have created my own tailor-made foundation. And I'm not sure how it's going to finish because I did end up adding some oil-absorbing moisturizer to it. Because I do want more of a matte finish if I can make it into that. I might just take some of my highlighter and do that. Now, mind y'all, I am just barely dipping into the surface of this, so I'm not taking a whole lot. Like, this has been... That's a bigger bit than I've taken most of this time, actually. But yeah. Oh no. Okay, I was just... It looked yellow to me for a second in the viewfinder, but nah. Huh. Ooh. Yes. I mean, it is a little sheer, but that's not exactly a bad thing, you know? It's really not a bad thing. And I can... People that I see online, they've always got their lips covered in foundation. So, I'm gonna find a little lip brush and, well, I'm gonna find a brush that I can actually use. And here's the brush I was actually looking for. I knew I had something shorter. That will help me in the long run later. Yep. I, however, do not have concealer, so I can't do any of that, really. I think my lips are just not gonna go under the foundation because I don't like how it feels on my lips, really. I'm not used to that sort of feeling. What in the... Oh. I had a fuzzy. So, yes, I am so happy. I have foundation. I have foundation. And it might give me a little bit of a tan. I don't know, because I did use Jergens Natural Glow in there too. So that might end up being a thing. That'll be fun. Okay. Now, I am thinking that I really, really like an 80s style blush. Like, you know, where it's high up and then it goes up here. Yeah, I'm gonna try and execute that with Royalty from my Arabian Nights palette. This beauty right there. And I start with my eyes all the flippin' time, but I figure, you know, let me change this stuff up a little. Let me change her up just a tad. I also intend to line my lips today, so yeah. Derby dat. One day I will attempt cream blushes when I can afford them. Because right now I've got to work with everything I have. And this had better be pigmented as hell. I can see it better in the... Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow.